Right, so let's just remind ourselves on the animation at the moment. So hit Control and Enter, and at the moment he seems to go up in a lift up the tree, but we have now at least made him move. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to fine tune this. So we're going to use the Select tool and click actually on the motion tween itself. And what we want him to do is we actually want him to look as though he's physically climbing up the tree rather than in a lift. So if you go over to your motion tween itself, you'll see on the right hand side there is this orient to path option. So if we click on that, what it will do is it's going to force our caterpillar to now orient to the path. Let's see what that does. So Control and Enter. So now you can see he does move according to the position. So he starts at the bottom, turns sideways up, and then walks across the top of the tree. But what we're going to do is we're going to fine tune that even more. So we're going to zoom right the way back to the beginning, and as we now watch him go across the ground, we're going to spot what he does. He's actually going to go across to here and then go up the tree. Now it'd be nice if this was a little bit more calm and curved. So you'll notice that if I click off the actual the caterpillar at the moment, if I click on him, that's the caterpillar selected. What I'm going to do though is actually select off him, and you'll notice that as I hover over the path, it becomes a little bit of an angle. It shows that there's a curve there. So what I can do is I can actually click on that line and just slightly drag it and slightly move it. Okay, don't click on the line itself, click above it, and you'll notice that I can now make things speed up, slow down. That moves the path. If I click on a point, it actually means I can move the point. So this one here, for instance, I can move that just down into the crook of the tree. I can now go and move the actual path so it's a little bit more angled. This one over here could come down the bottom. Let's go back a little bit earlier so that I can actually control this pathway there. Now if I click on the line, it won't work. That moves the whole line itself. What I've got to do is click off it first, and then when I hover it will allow it to move. So you can see here I've just tweaked it a little bit to make it a little bit more sensible. Let's see what that one looks like. Okay, so it's looking okay. The problem is he seems to be at a weird orientation as he goes up the tree. So we can do a little bit more with that one. So let's click on him for a moment. So actually on our caterpillar. And what we're going to do is we're now going to use the transform tool. So we click on the transform tool. What that now will allow us to do is as we move along here to say, actually I think you're rotating a little bit too much. I'd like you to just change that rotation slightly. Let's just move it slightly back. It might be a bit fiddly to try and get him selected sometimes. Let's go from there. Doesn't want to select. It does get a little bit difficult in some of these positions, so let's just move him along to there, and we'll go from this point here. We'd like him to rotate a little bit up. There we go. So we've got him a little bit more in that upward direction. Oh, now he's gone a little bit too far, so we can just drag him back a bit, move over again. Let's move him around a little bit more. There we go. What we can do is just force him when he looks like he's just not completely as he should be. You can actually do a little bit more. Let's just move that bar across the bottom, see where we've got to here. Just check that he's right across that. There we go. So I think he's pretty good at the moment. Okay, that last little point there, actually, I'm going to just need to go back to the normal tool, click on that point. I'm just going to grab that up a bit. That's better. And let's try it now. So Control and Enter. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit better. See, now we've actually fine-tuned the path. So what you can do is you can go in and draw the path itself. So start point, end point. You can also, as you go through, actually click on different points and move him, and he'll produce a line as he goes. So lots of different ways for you to put motion tween in. And then don't forget, when you've actually got him on the path itself, so click somewhere on the path, don't forget you can orientate. Now you'll also notice that when we're doing this, there are other things that you can do to him. You can also make him actually rotate. So we could say rotate once as he goes around. So if I play it like this, now what you'll find is your caterpillar actually rotates as he's going up the tree. Now it's perhaps not as appropriate for the caterpillar, but if this was a ball or something that you wanted to rotate along a path, this is another setting that you've got. Okay, you even make him go counterclockwise. Alright, but that is something that you can do to add additional fun to the motion tween. It's your turn now. Let's see how you can do, and when you've done it, please upload it.